channel. Today it is Punched Out Thursday, and I'm going to be using these circle punches right here and that photo right there of my daughter. And right there on my phone on the left hand corner bottom, you can see that is the inspiration that I am using right there. I got that from Pinterest, and I'm just going in with my punches, and I am also using my How to Kill a Kit with Style, and part of that kit is my Truly Grateful collection from Paige Evans, and I'm going to be using all of her collection to make this layout. So I'm basically going in with her. I have a lot of scraps in this kit, so I'm going in with the scraps first, and I have the 6x8 pad, so I'm using that as well. And I'm going to make a really cool design with the circles, and that's why I cut my daughter's picture out in a circle as well. And she's wearing these silly little glasses that were hearts, and I took a really good close-up of her, but I do have a little bit of her shirt showing, which has butterflies on it, all different colors, and these colors of these papers went really, really well with the photo. So I was able to put it all together. So yes, if you're new to my channel, we do this every Thursday. We use punches. It's me, myself, Kathy, and Ronnie Sue, and I will have their channels linked below, and you can check them out as well. I'm sure they're doing something really awesome. But every Thursday we bring to you this series, and it's Punched Out Thursdays, like I said, and we use punches that we have, any type of paper punches. They could be border punches, these type of punches, circle, squares, because there's all kinds of punches. And we make really cool designs and layouts for you and show you how to use them in different ways. And hopefully we can inspire you all. So I'm just finishing up cutting, punching these out. And I don't show you all of them that I punch out, but I will show you, I do use a few of the papers. I use these papers that you see there, the checkered one and the flower, florals, and there you go. There's all of them. So I kind of did like pinks, purplish colors, blues, light bluish green, and green. So I'm just using a bow, and I'm using white cardstock, and I'm just tracing this bow because I want to have some type of way to make my circles kind of be uniformed, you know, and in the right sections. Because like I said, I'm going to kind of do like a tone-on-tone type of thing, just like in the photo that you see there on my phone. So I'm just going in now, and I'm just trying to see where I'm going to place them. They get moved around quite a bit. And I'm going to go in with the different sizes, but I'm going to do in sections, the pinks and the purples, the blues, the greens, and then there is the red and pink colors and patterns. So I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to put them, and I'm using that bow that I traced onto my paper, which is very simple to do, and I'm just going to use that to kind of guide me on where to place my circles. And then my daughter's photo is going to go right in the center, just like you see in the photo. And I don't keep showing you the whole thing, but you'll kind of get the idea. And some of them I'm going to pop up on some foam dots, and some I'm just going to lay flat, just to give it a little dimension, a little interest. And then you're going to see I'm going to do something else as well with the outer parts of these circles. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to start popping them up. Now, the way you see them now, that's actually not the way they're going to go. I do switch them around. And I come in with some more different colors as well. But I'm popping some up, and I'm going to lay some flat. And just to give it, you know, different dimensions. And this did take me quite a while. I'm not gonna lie. But the end result is worth it. And this is what I like doing. So it doesn't bother me at all on how long it takes me to create a layout. Because I like doing it. So you see I laid that one flat. And I don't show you like all of it. I'm just showing you some so you can kind of see what I did and how I created it. And then some of them you're gonna barely see the ones that are flat once I pop the other ones up, but it's okay because it's basically covering up the white cardstock, and that's what I wanted to do. And I just wanted to have different colors in different sections because I'm doing a tone on tone, like I said, and I will go in with other stuff too. Some of her, the Truly Grateful collection comes with thickers, and I was going to go in with florals, but I ended up not using them. And then I do go in with some of her, she has these wood sticker veneers. They're like wooden buttons that I go in with as well, and they're circular, so it was perfect. And like I said, I'm trying to use up my kit, so it worked out perfectly with my How to Kill a Kit too, with using this stuff up. And see how I'm just gonna do one section with these, and then I'm gonna go in with another color, and then another color, and just keep building it up. And now I'm going in with my photo just to see if that's how far I want to push it out with those colors. And I do believe I end up putting that one down. So I just wanted to make sure I had something behind the photo a little bit more. But see how I do cover some of them up that are flat. And then I'm going to start going in with my other colors. But first I'm going to put this one down, which is the same color. I must do another line of pink. I'm sorry. I didn't even realize it. And I move these around so much. And it took me forever because I was trying not to lay the same ones like right next to each other and kind of divide them up. And I was limited on how much papers I could use that were in my collection. So, you know, with those colors and there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. And I keep moving them around. Some of them I'm going to pop up, and some of them I'm going to leave flat. And sorry if you hear my dog barking, I apologize. So now I'm going to go in with the blues. And these papers are so pretty. This collection is so pretty. I mean, there's fall colors, but I mean, you could really use them for anything. It doesn't just have to be for fall, and that's what I really love about this collection. And I really love this little butterfly paper, and what I try to do with my circle punch is with the smaller one, I try to cut it so that you could actually see the butterfly. And I was able to do that, so which was really good. And I'm just going in with the blues and these really pale greens, and see, and then I went in with the reds and pinks, and now I'm going to go in with the green. But see how pretty it turned out? I mean, just look at that. All those layers and circles, and then I brought in that mushroom paper too, and that was just like gorgeous. And I brought in some of the birds, and it just turned out looking really, really cool. And it just worked out well because her shirt had so many colors in it. So it was like so perfect. And I like that I got such a close-up of her, and she was just making this silly look with her eyes and her little smile, and she's so funny. And she's my 5-year-old. I have 2 5-year-olds. We have 6 kids, so I have lots of pictures, and this is why I love scrapbooking. And now I'm just going to go in with the rest of these greens. And then I'm going to go in with the smaller circles that you see. And I'm going to pop those up too, just to give it more dimension. Because I really wanted these circles to be layered and popping up off the page. And just looking just like how it was in the photo that I showed you earlier. And I really liked the way it looked. And I thought it was really cool. So I also pop up the photo, of course, with some of my craft foam, but I don't show you on camera doing that because you all know that. And now I'm going to go in with the small ones and use my small foam dots and just pop those up in some places. And I only use a few, so I did punch out a lot and I don't end up using it all, but I will use it on another layout because there is plenty I can do with them. And I'm just tucking, making sure there's no white showing and everything's down. And now I'm going to go on with the small ones like this. And I am doing the tone on tone still. And I go in with the small ones and I don't show you all of those. And I really love the way this turned out. I wasn't sure about trying this out, but I did, and it turned out great. I really love it. So it was a great idea, and I got great inspiration with that photo from Pinterest, so it was really nice to have it. And I always go on Pinterest to get ideas, because, you know, sometimes you get that little block and you can't, you know, figure out what am I going to do next, and you want to do something different, try something different and creative, and it's nice to try out things that other people have done. And it might not look just like theirs, and it's not supposed to, and this one I did do different. I made it my own, and but that photo just gave me inspiration to create this, which is great. And that's what I like about scrapbooking, is everybody inspires everybody else to do something new, and that's what I like about it. And hopefully I can inspire others with my layouts that I do. And now I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to put these. I'm just trying to figure out, like, where am I going to put these little ones now, because there were so many circles. And then I'm thinking, okay, I got to make these pop out more, because yeah, I'm popping them up on photo dots, but it's tone on tone. So some of them you really can't tell that well. So I was trying to put them on the lighter ones, but then I go in, see, now it's all down. So now see those little buttons? Those are little wood buttons that are also in her collection, in the Truly Grateful collection. And they were perfect because there were every single color is on there of these buttons. She had the light green, the minty green, she had the dark blues, she had the pinks, and she had the reds. So see how I had the flowers on there? And I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to throw some flowers on here maybe, instead of just having all the circles. And then I was going to do the tone on tone with flowers. But then I end up thinking, it's just too much. It's just too much. Let's just stick with the circles and stay with that theme. So I end up taking them all off. And I do keep these wood veneer buttons, which I love. And you can't really see that close in the video, but they do have like butterflies and mushrooms and leaves and just pretty, you know, polka dots, whatever. And they're the colors that I'm using from her collection. So it worked out great. So I just scattered these about and I used them up, which was great because this is what I'm trying to do. So is use up, you know, all of my stuff that I have. So I just scattered these around, and they even gave it more interest, which was really cool. And I loved the way they looked. And now I'm going to go in, and I have 3 packs of these because I like them so much. And I did order 2, but I ended up getting an extra one. So shh, don't tell anybody. And I go in with these puffy hearts because they were the exact colors that I had. And I figured I can put these down and give it a little something else. And I liked the way they looked. So I just popped some of these on, and then I also went in with some other circular ones that were on here as well. Puffy stickers that had hearts, and they were two-toned, and they went really well as, you know, on here too. So I thought this is great. So these sticker sheets that she has are awesome. There's just so much on. There's stars, there's hearts, there's circles, there's different kinds of, there's all the colors that are in her collection. There's great phrases, there's birds. I mean, there's like these little splatters of paint they look like, and also like these, they look like enamel dots, but they're just little circles, and they're in all different colors, and it's just beautiful. So then I go in with the stencil, and I'm going to go in with the Distress Oxides, and I'm going to create a little circular mixed media going around the edges. And I'm going to use the tone on tone. So I'm going to go in with the red. And the first one I used was the Candied Apple. And I just used my Heidi Swapp stencil. I love this little stencil. It's got everything on it. Circles, stars, and hearts, my favorite things. And I'm just going around the edges with it and rubbing in with my little brush. And yeah, it looks really cool. And I love the way this turned out. I just thought I want to bring a little more pop out from the page. You know, it's just too white. And then I went in with the Vicki Boutin because the one blue oxide, Distress Oxide that I had was not the right blue. So I used the Vicki Boutin. This is her color pen wheel, and she had the dark blue in there. So I just used hers, and I just colored it in. And it was the perfect blue. So it worked out very well. And then I'm going to go in with the pink. And the pink that I used is Picked Raspberry. And this was the perfect pink to go in with. But see how cool that looks? The dots coming out. I really like that. And yeah, and then I'm going to go in with the green. And the green is Cracked Pistachio. And this was the perfect green. So everything went really well. And once I got it all down and everything went pretty smoothly, and then it didn't take me as long. It was just basically punching out all the circles, getting all the colors that I really wanted to use, and then, you know, going in and layering them the way I wanted. And now I'm going to go in and I'm going to use one of her papers, and I'm going to gut this one out and cut a little trim around the edges of the white paper, and I just stuck it on. Just to give it a little bit more color. I just couldn't leave it white. And now I'm going in with my Nuvo drops, and the Nuvo drops that I used are Berry Blue, and it's the crystal drops, and then I used Blushing Red, and I used Lady Liberty, and that one was Stone Drops, and then I also used Honeysuckle, which was a jewel drop. So I just went in, and in the spaces that I didn't get, I just went in with my Nuvo drops, and it gave it a little more dimension because the Nuvo drops will stick up off the page, and the ones that I just brushed on with the stamps will just lay flat. And I just love the way this turned out. I was so excited because it turned out so pretty. But see how I have my little swatches? I learned that from Scrappy Amy. She loves Nuvo drops, and she's the one who got me into Nuvo drops. And shout out to Amy. And she showed us to do swatches, so this way you know how to match them up with your colors of your pattern papers and stuff on your page, and it's just easier to go back and look. So I just cut like little 2 by 2 inch cards on index cards, and I put little drops of Nuvos and a little squiggly line, and then I let it dry, and I stuck them in these little coin holders. And that's how I keep them, so that I just still go back and look, and I know exactly what color I need to use. So it's a fantastic idea. And now I'm going to go on my title, and my title is going to be a little weird because I couldn't figure out a title. And I'm horrible at figuring out titles, but I figured I'm going to go in with these, and these are part of her collection too, and I just put heart, laugh, lovely, and beauty around each edge with the colors that I used. And all those things describe my daughter, so I thought it was perfect. And here are your close-ups, and I hope you enjoyed watching. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so you know every time I post a video. And don't forget to check out Ronnie, Sue, and Kathy, and I will catch you again next week. And thanks for watching, and remember, stay crafty. Bye.